Hey everybody, this is my first recent pickups video, and so here we go. I picked most of the stuff up recently within the past couple weeks, and I'll go through them in no particular order, but I'm going to save the best for last. So first I picked up Sega Smash Pack 2 for the PC for $1 at my church bazaar. It's pretty cool. It's a good game. It's got some great games on it like Comic Zone and Super Hang-On 2 and Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I also picked up SimCity 3000. I've got SimCity 3000 Unlimited, and this version is actually slightly different. Also, I picked up E.T. Sealed. Perhaps it'll be worth something in a couple of years. I've seen this movie a bunch of times, and I'd like to get a Laserdisc player and watch it on that. So then I got Android Assault. You may have already seen my review of it. Great game, Big Fun Games. I swear I've heard of them before, but possibly not. You didn't get to see the back of the case, I just had to show you this, where it says, "Duck, or you'll be just another shrimp on the Barbie." It's so funny. It's hilarious. So next, I got Panzer Dragoon for the Sega Saturn. It was one of the very few release titles for the system, and is not compatible with the giant 3D controller of Doom. Great game. It's actually kind of hard. I've been playing it on normal, and I'm going to beat it eventually. It'll just take some time. So after that, I have Sonic R. I'm trying to collect every Sonic game ever, so this is one more step towards that goal. It's actually compatible with the 3D controller, as you can see right here. Guess it's that cool. A racing game with an attitude. Good game. It's almost impossible to play with the original controller though. Speaking of the 3D controller, here it is. Sega Saturn 3D controller. It is huge. It's a monster. You can switch between the D-pad and the thumbstick, which is really a different thumbstick. I haven't seen this kind of thumbstick before. You can see it's kind of a giant ball on there. It's weird. You get your standard A, B, C, X, Y, Z. L&R triggers on the back. Much more smooth than the original controller. And so next, hopefully this will give away the ending, I got myself Afterburner. Now those of you who know what system this is on, you know what's coming up next. It's a good game, kinda old. It's great though, really shows off the scaling and rotating that the system can do, which I'll show you next since I just gave it away. It's the Sega Master System. This is the 1988 version because it has Hang-On built in. It's a really weirdly shaped console. I mean, look at it. It's just a weird thing on top here, which goes like that. Some vents in the back, but it does have your standard cartridge input and this Sega card. And 2 controller ports, power button, power on, there's a light right there, and reset button. Weird thing is, pause button on the console. Really inconvenient. That's just annoying. The next which came with my console is the controller for the Sega Master System. Controllers are notorious for being unreliable and breaking all the time. And does this remind you of a different controller? I don't know. The Sega Master System controller is slightly shorter, just a couple millimeters. Hard to tell though. The start button is in button 1, and there's no pause or select button like the NES controller, because the pause button is on the console, which bothers me. It's annoying. It's slow and unresponsive as a controller. Next, I just got this today. It's a Sega Master System Light Phaser. Play on words, but that's okay. What you do is you shoot. Line it up here. Yeah. And you just shoot things on games like Safari Hunt. This was packed in with the console. It wasn't packed in with mine. I had to go buy it separately, and Safari Hunt is on the way and will be here soon. and that's fun. It's really interesting how these things work. Well, anyway, it looks like we have a couple minutes left, so I'd like to quickly give a shout out to the Half Asian Gamer, who gave me a shout out, so I'd like to give him a shout out back. And I'd also like you to check out his channel, because he's pretty cool. He's done some good reviews. Actually, all of his reviews are good. So go check him out. That is the Half Asian Gamer. I believe he's under my subscribers thing, so you can just click on that and that'll bring you there.
Alright, so I just wanted to show you guys some gameplay before I ended this video. I'm just gonna go all the way to 10 minutes. So, the new items are pretty much done. So if you're leaving at this point, thanks for watching, but if you're gonna continue with me, I'm gonna talk about the games a little bit. This game's really interesting. It's, you turn in 360 degrees to fight enemies, and you press the L and R triggers to do that. And that'll turn you 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, and you can, or for those of you who like math, pi over 2, oh, okay, I'm not gonna go there. So this game has a really long intro. It was like 15 minutes. It was about dragons. They were in the future. The human race is dying, and you have to save it by getting to the tower, which has special weapons, apparently, that will defeat the genetically enhanced things that you created hundreds of years ago. Really weird, really long, and it's just overly complicated. But as you can see, this is a very beautiful game. It runs really nice, and it looks nice as well. So here's Sonic R. Got this for like $10 on eBay. So you don't get this loading screen when you have the Gems collection, because Gems is stupid. It has some games you wouldn't normally play, like Sonic the Fighters, but I do intend to find the arcade eventually. Eventually, it could take a while.
Set, go!
So this game has an interesting soundtrack, as you can hear. It's classic late 90s, I suppose. Also classic Sega mixed in there. It's a really great game. It took me a couple days to beat it. I really enjoyed it. There was, I don't know, it was just fun. As you can see, I put something in it, so you have to get it. In order to get Super Sonic, you have to. And yes. Yeah, Super Sonic Racing. No time to look around. Alright, let's stop. This is a good game. It's fun, but it's almost impossible to play with the original controller. But you pretty much have to get the 3D controller if you want to play this game. Because the Saturn was meant to be a 2D console, but it didn't turn out that way, and I already told you about that. It certainly does look well in 3D. It also runs quite well in 3D. I'd really like to see some 32X games that are much more powerful, but they really never happen. Anyway, well, this is the end. Thanks so much for watching, and see you guys next time.